The committee invited the CS for a meeting to receive and consider its submissions. However, the response was deemed inadequate. The committee thereafter resolved to proceed to Kericho County to receive submissions from the county security team, the management of the two companies, that is James Finley and Ekaterati Estate, the shop stewards, and in addition, invited the Ministry of Labor and Social Protection to accompany it for the visit. The committee was able to hold meetings with the invited stakeholders, and Mr. Speaker, out of the engagement and from both oral and written submissions, the committee will be shortly tabling a report of its findings, which will come tomorrow probably. But Mr. Speaker, what the committee found out in Kericho was that there are policies. There are enough policies on sexual harassment and exploitation, but while there are policies, we found out that those policies are not fully implemented, as there is a disconnection on the reporting. Those at the lower kind of the company are unable to report on the issues to do with sexual harassment, either because of fear or intimidation. Then also, there is a challenge, Mr. Speaker, because so far as we speak, there is no complainant. There is no one who has complained about the sexual harassment. So even though there are those that have been adversely mentioned, we do not have a single person who has come out to complain so that the process of prosecution can begin. Then also, Mr. Speaker, we noted that we have only one labor officer working in Kericho and in Bomet. And Mr. Speaker, one officer is not enough to go and to address the issues to do with labor issues, including sexual harassment. So, Mr. Speaker, without preempting the report which is supposed to come to this House, we made our own observations, and the CS in the report, in the submission, made the following findings. One, it was confirmed that as per the provisions of the law, that is the Sexual Offences Act and the Employment Act, the two companies can put in place sexual harassment policies and elaborate structures, including informing the workers. Then two, the ministry officials engaged with the workers' representatives, those are the shop stewards and the gender committee members, and they confirmed that they have been trained on sexual harassment and were aware of what was expected of them. Then thirdly, Mr. Speaker, it is a fact that despite the seemingly elaborate and robust structures put in place to prevent and address sexual harassment cases, the vice is still being experienced in the two companies, which indicate structural disconnect. There seems to be a cloud of fear in reporting to the managers and the tendency of some managers to cover their colleagues so that the matter do not reach the top leadership. Mr. Speaker, the county labor officer reported that there has never been any labor complaint or trained dispute on sexual harassment reported to his office by individual workers or trade union in the last 7 years. So, Mr. Speaker, finally, the ministry in the submission are committed to encourage initiatives to partner with other agencies to encourage workers to report any negative vices affecting their lives to competent authorities so that remedies can be found. So, Honorable Speaker, I beg to table this statement before the House. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Beatrice Kemei, do you have any supplementary to